Jihad versus terrorism. The truth the media won't tell you. In today's world, this word is used to sell fear. It's used to grab headlines. But what if I told you that 99% of what you've heard is a complete distortion? Welcome to a truth the media rarely mentions. Today, we aren't looking at politics. We are going back to the source, the ancient texts and the wisdom of scholars who lived over 1,000 years ago. Part 1. The root versus the myth. Point 1. Linguistically, jihad comes from the root word jihada. It simply means to strive or to exert effort toward a noble goal. Point 2. It is not a holy war. In fact, the term holy war was imported from European history during the Crusades. It doesn't exist in the original Islamic vocabulary. Point 3. Jihad is the energy of excellence. A student studying for an exam, a worker being honest in a difficult job, or a person fighting their own ego, this is the foundation of jihad. Part 2. The inner struggle, Salaf wisdom. Point 4. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, a famous 14th century scholar, explained in his book Zad al-Ma'ad that there are 13 levels of jihad. The most important one? Jihad al-Nafs, the struggle against one's own ego. Point 5. Why doesn't the media talk about this? Because the quiet struggle to be a better person doesn't get views. Conflict does. Point 6. Imam al-Ghazali emphasized that mastering your anger is a much greater victory than mastering an opponent on a battlefield. Part 3. Suicide bombings are not jihad. Point 7. One of the greatest distortions is the idea that suicide bombings are a form of jihad. This is a complete contradiction of Islamic law. Point 8. The Quran is explicit, and do not kill yourselves or one another. Indeed, Allah is to you ever merciful. Quran 4:29. The women 4:29. O believers, do not devour one another's wealth illegally, but rather trade by mutual consent, and do not kill each other or yourselves. Surely Allah is ever merciful to you. Point 9. The Prophet warned that anyone who takes their own life, for any reason, will face severe consequences, as the soul is a trust from the Creator, not something to be destroyed. Point 10. Furthermore, taking the lives of innocent civilians is defined in the books of the Salaf as hiraba, a crime of terrorism and spreading mischief on earth, which is one of the most serious offenses in the legal system. Part 4. Ethics versus chaos. Point 11. Look at the rules of war set by Caliph Abu Bakr and recorded by Imam Malik. Long before the Geneva Convention, he ordered: 1. Do not kill women, children, or the elderly. 2. Do not cut down trees or destroy crops. 3. Do not destroy buildings or places of worship. Point 12. Terrorism targets civilians. True jihad protects them. They are polar opposites. Point 13. In Quran 22:40, it explicitly says that struggle was permitted to protect monasteries, churches, synagogues, and mosques, all places where God's name is mentioned. The Pilgrimage 22:40. They are those who have been expelled from their homes for no reason other than proclaiming, "Our Lord is Allah." Had Allah not repelled the aggression of some people by means of others, destruction would have surely claimed monasteries, churches, synagogues, and mosques in which Allah's name is often mentioned. Allah will certainly help those who stand up for Him. Allah is truly all-powerful, almighty. Part 5. The legacy of the pen. Point 14. The early scholars taught that the ink of the scholar is holier than the blood of the martyr. This is the jihad of knowledge. Point 15. Islam didn't spread through the sword in places like Southeast Asia. It spread through the jihad of character, traders who were so honest and kind that people were inspired by their way of life. Point 16. Terrorism destroys civilizations. True jihad builds them, leading to the Islamic Golden Age where science and medicine flourished for everyone. Conclusion: Jihad is the struggle to become the best version of yourself. Suicide and terrorism are the betrayal of that very value. Don't let a screen dictate your understanding of history. Check the sources for yourself. Subscribe to uncover more hidden truths about history and science. Share this video to help someone see the difference between light and darkness.